Aquarius, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. If this is your first time here, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, thank you so much. This is where we talk about astrology, look at the energies that are going on up in the heavens, but also pull some tarot cards. Oop, I just saw the Magician card, so he didn't all the way fall out, but that's the energies, Aquarius, literally that we are dealing with this month, especially with you all, because we are going to talk about the full moon in Aquarius that occurs on August 11th, 2022 in your sign. This is a powerful super moon, Aquarius. This is definitely the last super full moon of 2022, which is already powerful. But on top of that, Aquarius, we have some really huge energies going on. First of all, we have an activation at this full moon in Aquarius of a grand fixed cross, which means that basically all of the fixed signs are having an activation. So Saturn in Aquarius, Uranus and the North Node in Taurus, the South Node in Scorpio, and the Sun is in Leo, as well as Mercury and Venus are in Leo. So we have all four fixed signs talking at this time, which is really powerful. So Aquarius, what we're going to do is tap into those energies. Let's take a look at what this means to you, for you. I am an Aquarius rising, and I've already been feeling a lot of this, especially with my career, with self-worth, with value. Let me know in the comments if any of you Aquarians have been feeling the same thing. Okay, so we're going to do a past, present, and future spread, and then we will clarify those cards, okay? All right, I actually heard shuffle one more time, which makes a lot of sense, Aquarius, because I will tell you also that this full moon could bring like a tug of war around themes in your life of having to make big decisions about yourself, the collective, with that Aquarian energy, like where do you fit in, like with a group of people? This could be, you know, in your work, especially with all those Taurus themes as well. So in the past, we have the Two of Cups in reverse. The present, we have the Devil card. I think this is very fitting, especially associated, like I said, with that tug of war between yourself and just like the collective, like you're too much in your head. In the future, you have the Knight of Wands in reverse. And let's pull some clarifier cards too, because I think this is a really important time to kind of like really tap into all these energies. I'd like to also know, Aquarius, how you all did with that full conjunction that we just had a week ago with, you know, all that energy in Taurus. It was that conjunction of Mars, Uranus, the North Node in Taurus. That was a lot, you all. So I'm surprised, or I would be surprised if you all aren't having already these themes that are going to come up at your full moon in Aquarius on the 11th. So to clarify the Two of Cups, we have the Two of Pentacles. So some type of decisions are needing to be made. Interesting that they're both in reverse. So that to me is already signifying some type of partnerships possibly went down in the past, something you needed to kind of think through, make a decision on. In the present, Nine of Swords. Totally makes sense also with that Devil card, really like in your head, trying to figure out what you need to do about some important decision. And in the future, the Ten of Swords. Whew, I'm telling you, Aquarius, this is some powerful energy. And interesting that you literally have all reversal cards except the Devil. So to me right there, Aquarius, that just showcases how instrumental this supermoon is for you, because there is this level of like Capricornian energy of goal setting, things that you have really wanted to things that you wanted to make happen or fruition that either they haven't fruitioned in the way that you were hoping they would, but you've definitely been in your head about it. So let's just take it one by one, the past, present, and future, and read them together just to get a better clarification. So I do think Aquarius, at this time, there is this interesting dialogue in all of our minds about almost like going back to when we had that powerful Taurus eclipse back in, I believe it was like April of this year. There is this activation of all this Taurus energy, and I feel like this money, Two of Pentacles, and then these cups, there's some type of relationship issues, possibly at work, dealing with a colleague, having to make decisions about maybe a job that you took. There's something in here where you're just juggling back and forth these ideas of where is it that you want to find either more stability, or you're not feeling like you have all the answers yet, and there's like all these options that have been presented to you, and you're just kind of like caught in between almost your mind and reality, if you will. And I feel like Aquarius is that energy of, you have that air energy, but then you also have like that, she's the water bearer, right? Like that is that glyph or that sign for Aquarius, where you're like helping yourself, but you're also helping the collective. So I want you to keep that in mind. I think something dealing with your work, something how you needed to make a decision, maybe with a partner, definitely is coming up at this full moon for you. In the present, like I said, you do have this Devil card, only major arcana card that you have on the floor, but you also have this Nine of Swords. I'm liking that the Nine of Swords is in reverse, because maybe this is something that you're still dealing with in the background. Like maybe this is not a major theme, but you're still very much in your head. Like the Devil card is one in which you're overthinking things. Nine of Swords is keeping you up at night, possibly just kind of like analysis paralysis, right? Like just keep going through, and it's probably dealing with something with your money, your finances, people at work, people that you deal with on a daily basis, because Capricorn is that earth energy of like, what is it that you're needing to like accomplish, what goals you've had, what goals you've set for yourself that maybe you don't feel you've quite reached, and you're just worried about it. I do think, Aquarius, though, we have a bright side of this full moon, is that on a higher vibrational side, is that there is a beneficial trine that's going to occur between Mars in Taurus and Pluto in Capricorn. So I really like that, because it might help you accomplish some of those goals that you've been kind of like stressed about here in the present. I do see in the past you've been trying to really make some things happen. With this Knight of Wands, there's been some action. There's been things that you've been, especially with all that Mars energy, I feel like there was a lot of momentum. But with the Ten of Swords, you're realizing something needs to come to an end. You're realizing like maybe this wasn't the best path for you. Maybe one of these decisions that you made in the past, in the future, you're now going to see it's time for that to end. It's time for that to be squashed. Like that's no longer the path that you need to take for yourself. So I do think, Aquarius, there's going to be a lot of, let's say, enlightenment, I think, at this super full moon. I think within 2 weeks to a month after this full moon in Aquarius, you're going to really start getting, I feel like, a better sense of like what is no longer working with other people, what is also no longer working with yourself, like where have your values changed with that Two of Pentacles. Also, though, I feel like these swords, air energy all day, like this is you making a decision of like, what is no longer working for me, how can I like get out of my head about it and move to a more positive energetic energetic part of myself. So Aquarius, I think that this is going to be a really interesting full moon for you all. It's not going to be easy, I don't think, for the collective in general. I do think there's some bright spots, but I think there's a lot of, I'm surprised you all didn't actually get a tower, because I actually feel like there's going to be some tower moments for many of the Aquarians out there, just because of all that energy. I do think if you take a look at your sun, moon, and rising, do that too, Aquarius, and just find out if any of this energy also plays out in the other readings. Okay, Aquarius, I hope you all have a great full moon, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.